know who it is and what time it is. It's your girl Jen, and it's time to check in with your girl. Like, what up, though? Okay. Listen, y'all. First of all, I need y'all to be subscribed to Time to Talk It Out on YouTube. Like, where y'all at? Like, I love y'all, and we, meaning me and my co-hostess with the mostest, that nigga T Double. We need y'all to be subscribed to Time to Talk It Out on YouTube. Like, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for subscribing to Jen Checking In TV. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all. I really like doing YouTube. I should have been doing YouTube a long time ago. Like, I don't know why I be procrastinating. Like, honestly, I was late getting on. Was I late getting on MySpace? I probably was. I probably was. I was definitely late leaving MySpace and going over to Facebook. I was late. I was definitely late leaving Facebook and going over to Instagram. Like, I clearly still ain't done that for real. Like, I do Instagram, but not nearly like I do Facebook. And we ain't even gonna talk about TikTok. Like, I really need to get on TikTok. But the fact of the matter is, I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy watching YouTube. I enjoy doing YouTube. So all of y'all that's connected with me on Facebook, all y'all that know me in real life, if you don't know me in real life, if you just see me on Facebook every so often, please take the time to go over to YouTube and subscribe to both channels, Jen Checking In TV and Time to Talk It Out podcast. Okay. So, anyways, I don't know. I'm just kicking it with y'all right now because it's just been a lot going on the internet, and I really have not even been able to believe my eyes. Okay, first of all, the fact that this man then ran up in this church like this is just ridiculous. I'm just like, what? Excuse me. And first of all, okay, yeah, it's the Mormon church or whatever. They are human beings. So, like, let's get that started. Okay, let's start there. So, everybody, let's just pray for those people because it's real close to home. Y'all know I'm a Detroit girl, and Grand Blanc, however you say it, it's not that far. So, yeah, that's that. Tonight is Monday. So, we're going to touch on that tonight briefly. We're not going to be all dark on the podcast tonight, though, y'all. So, we're going to try to keep it light, you know, or whatever. But I wanted to discuss some things. You know what I'm saying? Some things it's probably just a little too it's probably not for time to talk it out. But I want y'all when y'all see this, if y'all not watching it live, when y'all see this, I need y'all to leave me a comment because I really got a couple of questions for y'all. And it's mainly for the fellas because I know y'all ain't gonna keep it real. I know y'all ain't gonna keep it 100. I should have had that sign lit up. I know y'all ain't gonna keep it 100 because y'all very rarely do that. I mean, it's a couple of y'all that keep it 100, maybe like 90% of the time. And I know y'all gonna say women don't keep it 100s. Who we don't keep it real either. Like we ain't talking about women. We talking about y'all right now. Okay, I got mostly men connected to my Facebook. So I want to talk to y'all. I want to know what do y'all think? Okay, because let's be for real. We done had a lot of stuff in the news lately about relationships that are different in age or you know whatever, and that whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, we didn't have what's her name, the light skinned chick that used to be on Love and Basketball. I mean, not Love and Basketball, Basketball Wives, and she ended up having a baby by the young dude. And then the young dude that paid his child support all at once, you know, like so. I just feel like it's we already know it's double standards when it comes to men and women. Let's be for real. But I feel like it's crazy that a lot of times people don't want to admit that men and women go after younger people for totally different reasons. Okay. And it's not nowhere near the same. It's not compatible, none of the two. Now, why do you guys think men go after younger women? Okay. We ain't even gonna speak on the PDF files that's going after literal babies, kids under 18. We ain't gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about the May December relationships that's adult and legal. Why do you think an older man in his 50s or 60s is gonna go after a younger woman in her 20s or 30s? And why do you think a young woman in her 20s or 30s is going to go after or want to accept the advances of a man in his 50s or 60s or whatever? Why do y'all think? Now, okay, don't everybody run to the chat at once, okay? Because I know y'all got some opinions. Now, I ain't even gonna do that whole thing where, we gonna wait and see who gonna come in the chat or whatever, because I don't even know how to do that, honestly. I'm trying to see. I don't even know how to tell if somebody watching. I don't think nobody is. But just in case y'all put something in the chat later, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to type before I say what I gotta say. Let me see. Y'all heard my stomach? I'm hungry, apparently. Yes, I'm a Detroit girl. This is Fago, and I'm about to down it. I love ginger ale. It's the only pop I drink. Okay, anyway, so here's the reason. Since y'all acting like y'all can't read, so I know I'm saying. Clearly, older men, okay, let's start with the fact that if it's like within 7 to 10 years, I really ain't even tripping if the people is adults. If the girl is like 21 and up, 20 and up, I'm not even really tripping if the age difference is where the guy is like 5 to 7 years older, maybe even 10, depending on the maturity of the girl. You want to know why? Because men mature behind women. Men mature slower. Boys mature slower than girls. Whatever. Okay, so that's already a thing. Okay, once you become an adult, you have to, intentionally be mindful, and it doesn't matter. You have to wait on a young lady to be an adult. You can't be out here 20 messing with a 13-year-old. David, D4VD, whatever your name is. God rest that baby girl, Celeste Hernandez soul. Because he had no business even messing with that baby to even be able to sacrifice her or whatever happened. But when we talking 30 and 37, okay, I don't even really look at that like that's crazy. Now we talking 30 and 57, I'm looking like, okay, what's the dynamics of this relationship? You know what I mean? Like, how mature is this 30-year-old female? What do she have, or what did she have on her own? Is she able to, stand on her own to where this 57-year-old man can be manipulating her, misusing her, abusing her, because she's not relying on him like a father figure? Because a lot of times that's what it be. It be that these older guys be looking for a young woman that they can manipulate, that they can use, abuse, be narcissistic to, gaslight, and all of this, and she's not gonna have the power or the experience or the confidence to stand up for herself and to not deal with that and to walk away. It's a lot easier to get a woman addicted to your lifestyle when she hasn't even lived long enough to have her own lifestyle. And it's the same, okay, because I already know y'all gonna be like, well, what about women? Why do women do? because women, they want somebody who can take care of them. They want to get out of their parents' house and feel like, okay, they can start a life with somebody. And a lot of times, guys that's young and their age, they're not nowhere near stable enough to help them do that. And when they do, if they do get out on their own together with these young guys, a lot of times it's toxic. A lot of times they in the streets. You know, they want somebody that's past that. That's what the female is thinking. I already know. So, you know, a lot of times we have to be mindful, especially when we're parents, that these guys is out here preying on your daughters if you're not mindful. And you know, you have to set them up and let them know early that this is what's going to be out here. This is what's going to happen. And you have to pray the generational curses off your people, because it's not like how it was back when I was coming up. And even then, it wasn't all peaches and cream. Little girls was coming up missing then too. It just wasn't, we didn't know about it as much as we do now because the internet wasn't here. So, you know what I mean? But trust and believe, it was going on. Stranger danger was a thing, you know, and I'm not even about to sit up here and try to lie and make it seem like I ain't never put myself in those situations. I have made some terrible decisions before in my life. Okay. That is why I am grateful to God that I am even alive right here to be able to testify to how good God is, and to be able to tell a young girl that, listen, these men, they want to. Now, I'm not saying there is not no men out here that's good. I'm not saying that. But y'all guys, y'all got to be honest with yourselves and your daughters that 90% of these men out here is not out here with their best interest at heart. 99% of these guys is out here trying to use and abuse your daughters, and they don't care. I thought it was to the point where, okay, if a guy knew that a woman or a young lady had her father and her brothers in her life, that he would think twice about dogging her out. But apparently not. These dudes will try to fight a girl knowing she got a daddy. Knowing she got a daddy that's in her life. And so, you know, we got to be careful. And we got to make sure that our daughters know who their provider and who their number one king and Lord is. And that is the heavenly King, the Lord of Lords, the only one and true living God. Half of these guys out here thinking they God. Oh, I'm God. No, you're not. You're not, sir. And half of y'all that's saying that God ain't even in you because you ain't in him. Because you're not in the word. You don't even believe in the word. You didn't let the white man bring some type of distance between you and the word of God. One of the first things to tell you in the Bible is that the word is God. You can't dismiss, you can't separate the two. You can't say you believe in God, but you don't believe in the Bible. You can't. You cannot. Period. You have to know the word and plead the word over your daughters. Don't let the devil take away your first line of defense. The word of God is your first line of defense. That is the first thing that's going to keep your daughters safe from these guys. And if you is one of them guys, if you know you have been one of them guys, if you trying to do right now, but you know back when you was a teenager, you was a mother scratcher or whatever, be for real. Be honest with yourself and be honest with your daughters so they can know what to look for. Hold your sons accountable when they treating their baby mamas bad. Hold your friends accountable when they treating their baby mamas bad. It's gonna take the real men to step up and hold these men accountable to stop these men from killing these women. That's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take real men to stand up and stop being lazy, or stop thinking that somebody else gonna do it. No, you gotta do it. God rest the soul of that man that was the leader of the 300. I don't want to say his name wrong. I think his name was Eric though. But I didn't know him personally or nothing like that. But I saw that he passed away recently, and that's going to be a blow to the city if we don't bring up 10 more men like him that's going to step up and protect these babies. I be seeing that organization standing here watching these kids right here go to school. It's going to take more organizations like that to get behind the community. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody perfect. You ain't got to be perfect. And don't let nobody tell you that you're not good enough to do something. Don't let nobody tell you that your little bit don't count. Because I don't care if you can't do nothing but pray for a little girl that you see walking to school every day and watch her. Make sure you wake up to watch her out your window to make sure she get where she got to go to your best of your ability. And be that person that, God forbid, anything happen, that call 911. That if you a licensed carrier, or if you just got you a shotgun in your house, because you don't have to have no license to have a shotgun in your house, stand at the door and protect her while she walks to school. It takes a village. It takes a village. And we have to let our kids know that we right here watching. We have to let these guys know that we right here watching our kids. You know what I'm saying? Go on your kid's phone. Don't let your kid think that you won't go on their phone. Yes, I will go on your phone. Yes, I will. I don't care if you do got a job and you paying the bills. So what? And so what? Because I'm the one who brought you here, and I'm the one who is responsible for you to the day you die. It don't stop just because you get 18. It does not. You know, me and my mom is forever connected. And me and my daughter is ever connected. I think about that girl, Zion Foster, and her mama, and how her whole world is just gone. Just gone. And this person that took her baby out of here, period, whether he did it on purpose, knew what was going on, whatever his little lie, supposed to have been a family member, a trusted, loved one. You got to stay prayed up. And guys, be mindful, care, think about these little girls as if, can't even say as if they was your own, because Jarvis Butts, or whatever his trash name is, was messing with his own baby. He just got re-indicted, or indicted on more charges for literally abusing his own 8-year-old daughter. So, I mean, literally nothing but prayer is going to help something like that. Literally nothing but prayer is going to, the great counselor. God is a counselor. The word of God counsels us. So that's the only thing that's going to heal our community, bro. Like, that's type of stuff literally pains a parent. Like, you literally, it's like a pain, bro, to understand it. Naziah Harris is gone. She's not coming back. She's not going to see her birthday. To just think about the pain that she had to be going through in her last couple of years on this earth. I mean, seriously, it's horrible. It's horrible. And then for these people that was supposed to be in charge of her to have just nothing but excuses and blame shift and clout chase and it's generational curses, yo. Her mama had been messed around with. You know what I'm saying? It have to stop. It stops here. It stops here. Like I said, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, then you see I have videos of I am an advocate and a survivor. I am a literal what do they say? Manifestation of that same type of trauma. Okay. But thankfully, but God, my situation not it did not end in unaliving, but it ended, it was a rebirth. It was a birthing. Hello, here I am. Okay. And I'm able to break the curse. See, unfortunately, Naziah is no longer here. So she was not able to survive to break the curse. So other kids was still being messed around with that year after she was gone. And I don't know, to what extent, or, as far as with my situation, my father ended up, not only just grooming my mother, but raising her and, dang near common law marrying her. Okay. To the point where he taught her. And, if it wasn't for my dad, it's really no telling where my mom would have ended up, probably. Who knows? But that just goes to show that good men can do terrible things behind closed doors. So don't be one of those guys who's like, oh, my dog will never do that. Oh, they lying on him. No, not all the time. Because good people make bad decisions. Period. And a lot of times when you talking about sexual stuff, that's a whole different category. Like, people that hold themselves to this high esteem, and I mean, they might be rich, they might be famous, obviously. You see that in the news all the time. They might be even uber religious. When it comes to flesh and matters of the flesh, sin of the flesh, that's a whole different ball game. And people will do stuff behind closed doors sexually that don't got nothing to do with anything else in their life. You would never even imagine that this person could be into this type of thing when it comes to that, because it's like a whole nother mind. You know how it is. Be for real. Anybody that's done watch some Mr. Nasty Time, dirty type of movies, when you watch that, okay, you watch the movie, you doing whatever you do. After you get done, you like, oh my God, what am I watching? You going to throw your phone. You can't believe you was even watching. Why was you watching that? Back in the day, turn off the VHS and act like you was watching something else. Now you are in a whole nother headspace after it's over. That's how these PDF files is. That's how these guys be when they mess with women of the night. You understand what I'm saying? They be high, they be drunk, whatever. They mess with this person, and then now that they done got their rocks off, now they feel dirty. Now they want to dog the person out because they mad at themselves because of what they did. It's the same with these babies. These guys mess with these young girls, and now they mad because they can't really be with her. She too young. They can't take her home and build a life with her. Because they know they're gonna look like a trash can. You know what I'm saying? The same way with these guys that be messing with these transformers. They get mad after it's all said and done and want to pew pew them. Y'all, we got to stay prayed up. And like I said, make sure your daughters know that these older guys, yes, they might have a couple of dollars for them. Yes, they might can wine and dine them. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to manipulate them, use them, be narcissistic, and waste the best years of their lives. And by the time, if you in your early 20s messing with a man in his 30s or 40s, by the time you get in your 30s and he in his 50s and stuff, now he got high blood pressure, he tired, he lazy, he don't want to do none of the stuff you want to do. You still in your prime, or you just not getting in your prime. And now he mad, now he want to be abusive. You never know. Just, first of all, stay prayed up. And my advice is to stay celibate as long as you can. And no, I ain't did that. I done been a hoe. I ain't never lied, okay? But that's why I'm grateful that God is showing me better and that he's allowing me to change. He's changing me slowly but surely, baby. It's a journey. It is not a sprint. It's not a pop the balloon type of thing. It takes time, effort. It takes reading and believing in the Bible and seeing yourself as different, as better, seeing yourself make different choices, seeing yourself make better choices, seeing yourself put God first. It's because you can't even put yourself first, because yourself want to go out and be like, woo, okay? Yourself wants to, you know what I'm saying? Do as thou willst. Do what you want to do. Yourself want to be like, oh, you only live once. But no, that is not true. This is just a transition to the real life, the everlasting life that God promised you. So make sure your daughters know that. And make sure your daughters know who is their real provider. Make sure your daughters know who is their real husband. What it say in the Bible. Make sure your daughters know that the Bible is king, not these rappers, not Future, not Offset, not Cardi B. Make sure your kids know the difference between entertainment and, you know, the way of life. Make sure your kids know that half of these people out here got filters on. Yes, me included. You know what I'm saying? And that they is not going to be perfect. Make sure your kids know that they do not have to be 15 with 17 layers of makeup and a 40-inch bust down wig. They just don't have to. Not saying that wigs are bad. Obviously, y'all know I love wigs. But at 15, to have a wig down to your butt, all of these little swoopty things, and for you to just feel like you can't live without it, that's a problem. Because you never going to love yourself. You never going to love yourself. I wish I never put these fucking lashes on, okay? Because now I feel like I can't live without them. Now, I love myself without them. I look like my daddy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still cute. I'm still smart. I still love God. My coochie's still good. What? Lashes or no lashes? But I knew that already before I started putting these lashes on. Thank the Lord. I didn't start putting them on until I was like 21, 22. I wasn't 14 in high school putting lashes on. Like, that's no, absolutely not. And why are these baby skirts so short? Their hair is long and their skirts is short. This is not matching. This is not adding up. It's something that's not right. Okay? What happened to when we was in school and your skirt had to be an IB length from your knee? Why are we letting our kids go to school with mini skirts? Now, I'm sounding like a damn parent, because I am. I can remember being mad because my skirt couldn't be shorter. I ain't had no booty when I was in high school. You hear me? No booty whatsoever, but I wanted that short skirt on. Show my little legs. I had some legs. Okay? We couldn't show no cleavage. We couldn't show no belly button, and I had a nice little shape. But you wasn't seeing my belly button in 10th grade. I just don't understand. Maybe if you caught me in the summertime, but going to school, no. So I'm just like, listen, we got to do better. We got to do better, and I am not perfect. My daughter got so much sense, and I'm so grateful that she is so wise, and but I still have to make sure that I'm paying her attention and making sure that she know I'm watching. I'm in that phone if I have to be, when ever so often when I have to be. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be. I'm in her business. You know what I'm saying? She finna go to homecoming. You know, I'm her friend, but before any of that, I'm her mother. And she already know. That's why she's so smart and wise, because I put it in her early. I told one of the first things I told my daughter, I want you to not be like me, but to be better than me. So all of the things that you like about me, yes, but trust and believe there's some things that you're going to do way better than me, because that's the whole point. Every generation is supposed to get better. You're supposed to learn from my mistakes and make your own, of course. But you ain't gonna make the same mistakes I made. That don't even make no sense. And so I'm grateful that I'm able to see, I'm able to hear, I'm alive. Like I said, I have survived. I've done some stupid stuff in the past, as a teenager and in my 20s. I could have been in jail. I could have been dead, literally. I thought I was a thug. That's why I be saying on my show, I'm going from hoe to holy, from thug to theology. Okay, because I thought I was a thug. I wanted to sell crack. I had a sack of crack on the side of the damn street trying to sell crack. I had people that credited me to death. They still owe, man, you still owe me money. You know who I'm talking about. 25 years later, I want my money. But anyways, I was not a good crack seller. You know what I'm saying? And hoeing just ain't paying. Niggas ain't paying. Okay. So it just makes absolutely no sense. The good Lord just to be like, listen, girl, you got so much more potential. And I know you having fun, but this is not it. No, but for real, I have always been a free spirit. I've been one to enjoy you men's. I've enjoyed the ones of y'all that have gotten, y'all gotten to know me. Y'all know I have a good time, and but I'm a lot less friendly. Okay, this coochie is not friendly in 2025. Okay, actually, what my girl say, I just don't care. Me and this coochie is a part of the don't care club in 2025. I don't know if it's because I'm over 40 or what, but it's like, you got to work. Like, what, this is not just push start coochie. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, and I advise all of you guys to be a lot less friendly with your coochie. Okay, the older you get, and it's not never too early to start being less friendly with your coochie. Okay, that's just that's just a little tip from your girl Jen, checking in. All right, make sure that you put a little tax on it. Okay, and when I say that, I mean time tax. Okay, I mean, are they compassionate? Do they love their mother? Do they take care of their kids? Have a list of standards on that coochie. Okay, that's my advice. Okay, and yes, I can go from hoe to holy. I could go from wherever I was to preaching what I'm preaching on the internet now. Yes, I can, because you want to know why? Because God gave me the authority. Because God gave me the authority to change my life, so He could tell me how I can tell you when it's happening and how it's happening and how I feel. And I can hold myself accountable. You can hold me accountable. Hold these ninjas accountable. Hold these ninjas accountable. Make these ninjas take care of you, first of all, because all of y'all don't got no kids. Some of y'all don't got no kids. So if you ain't got no kids, I'm pretty sure it's some kid out here that you love, okay? Because it takes a village, like I said. But you your first kid. You responsible for you. If you don't hold yourself to a high standard, and if you choose to slum it and mess with people that don't deserve you, or mess with people that treat you like trash, that's what they're going to do. Nobody's going to love you the way you love you. Um nobody's going to hold you to a higher standard and esteem that you're going to hold yourself. And yes, it is a possible thing to mess up somebody's self-esteem. I ain't never been one of them to be like, it's self-esteem. How can I mess up your self-esteem? Easy, because some people is vulnerable and you can chip away at a person's self-esteem. But sis, this is me telling you, that's why you got to get in your Bible, because you got to have your self-esteem so strengthened and so thick. Your skin got to be so thick, because that's the first thing these niggas going after. Nah. And fellas, if you listening, you better make sure your daughter know that. Make sure. And if you guys are trying, because y'all some hoes too. If y'all going from hoe to holy, thug to theology, wretched to righteous, make sure your daughters know how y'all was back in the day, so they can see this coming, so they can have the game. Give me the game, Ghost. Give your daughters the game. Don't let these guys manipulate them with a couple dollars, some Cardis, and a charger. Because absolutely the fuck not. They won't have mine like that. I bet you that. It's going to take a lot more to impress my daughter. And I'm grateful for that. My daughter don't even like ghetto-ness. You know what I mean? You're going to have to be somewhere working on your PhD to impress my daughter. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. We can break generational curses. We do that through being honest with ourselves, first of all, that they exist. Just like blessings exist, curses exist. You better know it. And so we have to work hard to, first of all, pull the veils off of your eyes. Yes, we smoke, we drink, we're supposed to stop them. We thought we quit last week, but somehow, some way, a blunt still ended up in our face. Some Tito's still ended up in our cup yesterday, and we supposed to stop last week. We're not perfect, right? But what we can do is be intentional and mindful and serious about our kids. Don't just let that shit be a meme talking about, oh, I don't play about my kids. No, don't play about your kids for real. Don't let your kids be out here. I got a alarm that go off on my phone every day at 10 o'clock. Where do you know where your kids are? It's a check-in time. Make sure you got Find My Phone, Life 360, whatever kind of GPS system on your kids. Put an Apple AirTag in their backpack, in their shoes, whatever you got to do to keep eye on your kids. Keep your kids off the street. They shouldn't be breaking into freaking mechanic shops, getting into shootouts with the police. They shouldn't be out here doing whatever they was doing to end up dead in a cemetery. I'm sorry. God rest these kids' souls. But where are the parents? 13 and 15, where are the parents? They outside. These kids should not be outside. Get your kids in the house. I'm so grateful for the contrast. And I have a great mother. And that's how I know it's not always the parents. These kids will sneak out. Because I had a great mother, but I was scared to sneak out. I was sneaking stuff in the house. We was having parties in the house while my mama was at work. I wasn't sneaking out. I don't understand how these kids is not scared. Because you want to know why? Because they outside. A lot of these parents be having their kids out here with them doing dirt. They already outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, I'm grateful for the contrast between how my daughter is growing up now at 15 and what excites her and the stuff that she into and the stuff that she's troubled by, the stuff that she going through compared to the stuff that I was into, going through and troubled by. Man, like I told her the other day, baby, we winning. It's up. It's up. Because I was going through it at 15. And it ain't because my mama wasn't doing right. My mama was doing everything she could. She was going to work. She was making sure that I had everything that I needed. You know, she was right there. It ain't like she was gone. I'd be gone again. You know what I'm saying? My mama right there. My mama was right there then, and she right there now for my daughter. But stuff still happens. You know what I mean? So you have to be diligent. You have to be diligent, y'all. Because this don't make no sense. And then all of these guys that just want to unalive their baby mamas, stab their girlfriends, their ex-wives, and all this, y'all is just really trash. And you know, I plead the blood of Jesus and the will of God and the wrath of God over you guys. You woman beaters, you know, you grapists, you um liar manipulators, all of y'all, I plead the blood of Jesus over you. I forgive you, but at the same time, I rebuke you and I plead the blood of Jesus. Okay. And like I was saying to my real men that's on my Facebook page and that's subscribe to my YouTube channel, I want to call you guys to action to hold your peers accountable. Hold these men accountable when you see them messing with little girls. Period. You know your friend 36 and you see him messing with a 17-year-old. Ask him why. Yeah, legally she's able to consent at 16, but like really, bro, what you seeing her? Cause he might not let you see him messing with her when she was 16, but if he messing with her when she was 17, he probably was already messing with her when she was 16 too. 15. Jarvis Butts, his coworker saw him with that little girl, riding her around, taking her all the Inkster. Come on, man. Come on. Hold these guys accountable. Hold them accountable. Okay? Parents, the mothers, if you see a female not paying her teenage daughter enough attention, hold her accountable. Call her out. Call her out. Period. And be an advocate for that little girl, for that young girl. Be an advocate. Give her your number. And you know, ladies, be aware and be that person that she could call in case of emergency. Be that person that she could call and vent and confess to whatever she might be going through. Because a lot of times these little girls, they be wanting to tell, they be wanting help, but they don't be knowing who they could go to. It's not a whole lot of organizations out here no more. People all the time want to point the finger and call these little girls fast. They don't know. Next thing you know, they tell somebody and they being abused by that person or somebody in that person's household because a person see them as bait now or you know prime bait. Like a lot of times a person find out that a kid was abused before and they see them as like, oh, now this somebody I can abuse. They already used to being abused. So I don't know, y'all. I don't even know how. Well, I knew I wanted to talk about Jarvis Butts because I thought his trial was about to come up next month, but all of a sudden now, apparently it's not. They postponed it, but he did just he got indicted for some more stuff. So We just gotta be careful, y'all. Pray, 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 pray. Pray over your daughters, y'all. As a survivor, as an advocate, as a mother, as a daughter, as a just as a woman of God, as a person, as a human being, I ask y'all to join me in covering these kids in the blood of Jesus, covering them in prayer. Okay? We got to stick together, all of us that mean well, because there's so much evil in this world. And if you having evil, fleshly, inappropriate thoughts about a young girl, get help. Talk to your pastor. Call a therapist. Commit yourself. Whatever you need to do to keep kids safe, especially if they in your household, if they're around you. If you know you thinking some bad thoughts, remove yourself. Find a therapist. There are women out here that are your age, that are old enough, that are willing to be in a relationship with you. You just have to seek them out and be willing to grow up. But stop messing with people babies. I'm not gonna wish no bad on you, but I'm just gonna wish that you would get help if you was one of them PDF files, because I got 70% me on my Facebook page. Some of y'all is probably PDF files. I ain't even gonna front. And if you ain't one, you know one. So if you know one, hold them accountable. Don't let them get away with it, because it just might be your daughter next. If you just continue to act like you don't see what he doing. So now that we've got that out the way, how about those Lions? Okay. The Lions, baby, are doing their thug fizzle. Okay. I just wanted to let y'all know the Lions kicked the Browns, but what that nigga Jack Funny 313 said, y'all doo-doo, y'all shitty because y'all the Browns because y'all shitty, whatever. He was like, you thought you had a friend, didn't you? So like that was really funny. I'm really proud of those boys in blue. Okay. Honolulu blue to be exact. Don't get it twisted. Okay. And I'm just ready to win the Super Bowl. Like, stop playing with us. That's all I gotta say. Make sure you tune in tonight for Time to Talk It Out, because we will be talking Lions tonight. And a bunch of other parlays or whatever. What did your parlay win? What's your parlay do? If your parlay won, leave me a comment. You know what I'm saying? And let me hold $5. You know I'm good for it. Stop playing with me. But what else did I want to say? I think that was really it for now. Y'all know I'm liable to come back on here later, because why not? I'll just be running my mouth and y'all here, so y'all gonna have to hear it, okay? But yeah, that's it. That's all. Pray for the people in Grand Blanc. Oh, one more thing, and this is gonna be it for real. Slow down. Like, what is going on with all these accidents? Y'all really gotta slow down, especially on the east side. And I don't even stay over there no more. I be on the west side, but they be flying over here too. Okay, Grand River, Greenfield, Southfield, flying like crazy. So, everybody slow the F down. Like, it does not make no sense. And especially as spinning start, getting cold, icy on the roads and stuff. Like, act like y'all got some sense. This don't make no sense. All of these accidents, these people losing their lives, man. Them cars is really 10-ton weapons. They're like bombs. Like, what? So anyway, I think that's it. I forgot. I know I had something else I wanted to say. That's why I should have wrote it down. Oh, what is up with this? What y'all talking about? Cardi B baby daddy is gay now. So now I don't know. I think old boy lying. And Tasha K is so dumb. She just keep on allegedly. bringing people to try to discredit Cardi or whatever. Like, I just don't understand, why do she got such a hard on for Cardi? Tasha K, why do you got such a hard on for Cardi B? Like, I just don't understand. And so you're gonna bring this guy on here to talk down on her boyfriend, baby daddy, whatever you want to say, and like nobody believes you though. Like, you're a terrible outlet for him to have come out because you're not credible. Nobody believes you, Tasha K. You're a liar. You had to pay this girl $4 million because you lied on her. Why would anybody believe you? You're not TMZ. TMZ, have TMZ broke this? I don't know. I haven't really been watching TMZ like that, honestly, y'all. But somebody leave me a comment with a video to give me some real receipts on this Stefon Diggs being rainbow stuff. Okay, because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So other than that, I'm about to get off of here. I got other stuff to do. I gotta take my little walk and whatnot. But it's been real kicking it with y'all. Make sure y'all did what I said. Okay, don't play with me because I will come and I will fan you. I'm just playing a little bit. No, but for real. No, but for real, I really appreciate y'all for kicking it with me for this couple of minutes or whatever. It's been like dang near an hour. Y'all know I can if I can't do nothing, I can talk. Okay. So thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for following me on Facebook. Okay. Make sure you give me some engagement. Okay. It's all about the shmoney now on Facebook. All right. Don't be mad. So don't be mad if you see me post a naked, half naked girl. Don't be crazy. Don't act crazy if you see me post something crazy. Just like it, okay? Say ha ha. Give me a comment. Do something. It's free for you. You know what I'm saying? It's free for you. And you know I do it for you. I be all on y'all posts, all on y'all pages. I'm engagement girl. So don't even this one dude, anyway, that's a whole nother story. Matter of fact, that's probably the next thing I'm talking about. When people be on here talking about don't comment on my post. Like, how you gonna tell me not to comment on your public post on Facebook? Like, that's stupid. And if you got a girl who is that insecure that she's mad that people, females, is commenting on your post, then you need to shut down your Facebook. You should really, you know, just shut down your Facebook. Just shut down your Facebook if nobody can comment on your post because you that big of a cheater that your girlfriend is scared that if somebody comment on your post that you gonna cheat on them. This is why I just refuse because it's too much stress. Having a boyfriend is too much stress if that's what it's about. A person can't comment on their post. You think they're gonna do it to them? Like, what is the world coming to, bro? Like, this attention shit is too much. Like, for real. It's too much. It's just too much value being put on it, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because please comment on my post. Everybody, I want all of y'all to comment on my post every single day, every single post. Just comment, comment, comment. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get all my videos, whether they be on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Make me your favorite. Because I just want to be your favorite. And y'all know I don't even like Nicki Minaj, but that was my song, though. Hey, yo, I just want to be your first go-to. I ain't listened to it in so long I forgot, but you know what I'm saying. Shit. Anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me, shoot with me in the gym. If you did not already know, I am your girl Jen checking in. I am your slightly thick, extremely colorful, bestie, auntie, sister, girlfriend in your head, whatever you need me to be. I'm showing up for you in this space. We are on our way from righteous to righteous, from whole to holy, from thug to theology. And we're going to read our Bible, learn our Bible, and we're going to apply it to our lives. Okay. And please don't get it twisted and don't forget, Jesus loved hoes too. Okay. Just like he loved you, he loved hoes too. So lead a judge into Jesus. All right. Until next time. Deuces.